Bring you out here. This after break. I'll show you how much water is coming out. That's too much water already. Would have been on my wood. And probably just got on my wood while I did that. It's pouring in there onto my wood. You see it? Absolutely pouring. God. This is awful. It's really awful. Well, it can't get more obvious that the wood has to be moved. I mean, really. That was like an absolute no-no to begin with. It should never have been done. And I'm looking at this room, and I don't have anywhere I can move it to. To even be able to shift it and turn it, I gotta move all that other wood. And I don't have a place to put that other wood while I do that. And so, I'm like really stuck, you all. I can't even get down the hallway to move the wood paths out of the way, to move that paneling and that other wood out of the way, so that I can move this wood out of the way, or get the books out of there in boxes, which I brought boxes to do. I don't know where to start. It is a mess. But I want to show you, this chicken does not like to be far away from me. Seriously pathetic. She ran down the road after me the other night when I went to leave. It was very sad. I was ashamed and I was horrified. I mean, her sheer panic when she heard my truck leaving and her running down the drive at breakneck speeds and down the road after me was horrific. It was horrific. You just can't imagine. It went beyond love, beyond food. This was about love and she did not want to be left behind here. And I was pretty well brokenhearted about it. It left me shook up because she's really, really attached to me. You can see, look at her wings. They're like 3/4 of them are missing. I don't even know if the feathers grew back, if all of her wing is there. And that may have happened, I don't know if they cut them or if they broke them off, man, when they stole the chickens out of my metal cage. I had a 10 by 10 foot by 10 foot cage out there for them. And caught the guy in there with a bag of feed 2 and 4 days before all of them were gone. Yeah. He's on probation with the United States Department of Agriculture right now. So he already breaks wildlife laws, felony wildlife laws. I have no idea what he's done previous. I just know that that's the vehicle that came looking for him, and he had to come down with his sister and claim that he was living with his mother up there. The officer was not able to go further up. And it was actually an elderly couple in the car, but it was the United States Department of Agriculture vehicle. And so the gentleman said that after they were gone, the gentleman told me he's going to come back up here when he's got a vehicle where he can go all the way up. So that tells you what, even they think something's not right. They said there's just entirely too much traffic going up there. So look how content we are as long as I'm here. As long as I'm right here. She's content. Whoops, let me put her back in there. She's totally content if I'm here. So, I'm going to let you watch her for a minute, and I'm going to go back to insulation. Or something. I really don't know what. I'm going to look at this wood and see if I can get it out of here. I don't think I can go this way. It doesn't look like I can go that way at all. But you snuck in. You know you're not supposed to sneak in. See, she knows. I didn't have to tell her. What's that? Up in the boot. I don't know what that is. It looks like a button. It is a button. I picked it up in the boot anyway. Looks like it was a nail. See, she knows she knows the rules. If I could at least get the underwood out, or stand it up, something, anything, where it's not in the rain. I'd rather have it go under the house than in the rain. Stack it in my way where I can climb over it to get out of here? I don't know, maybe. That would be preferable to this. That's what these they want to use. Hey, what you doing, girlfriend? Hey, girlfriend. You love me. I love you. I do, I do. I love you. You love me too. That's so sweet. She is a sweetheart. You can't beat that. She is faithful as could be. One faithful chicken. Just want to get it. Oh, good thing about contractor bags, because that was the last one. I knew I needed more bags. That was the last one. There are some, but they are in the truck. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, by the way. I'm supposed to have a 65-degree day, and then it's supposed to be partly cloudy. Then later it's supposed to rain and drop to 22 degrees. We say we get snow tonight. Maybe. Definitely get ice. I got 2 river bridges to cross. Sorry, girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now the bag is a mite full. She was a little bit worried about the bag, but a lot less worried was she about the barbecue grill. Just gonna rest on the barbecue grill as a perfect roost. That was a cute video. It was cuter when I first saw her because she was sitting differently. She was sitting like she was gonna nest there. And she thought it was the perfect place to have a nest on a barbecue grill. Smoked chicken, not good. Might have been a warm place though, as long as, you know, something. Oh, I gotta get out of there. Ugh. Where you going? It's raining out there. We dropped down real low in the rain. Maybe me wave that bag around, turned up lots of dust in there. The coughing might pull it deeper into my lungs, and I don't want to do that, so I'm out here. Watch. She has separation anxiety. Watch this. While I was sitting on the porch, she went way down there. But when I go in, she sneaks back. Where you going, girl? Hey, girlfriend. Oh, girlfriend. You gonna leave anyway, huh? But she started to come back when I went in. That's why I took the camera out here. But she's gonna go check. There's a food pile around that corner. She's gonna go eat her some corn. Because that's the only thing in it right now. Well, let me bring you out in the rain. Bring you out in the rain. There she is. You can't see her, but there she is. Still can't see her. So I know you can't see her because I can't see her. She is down there in the bottom, under that towel, sort of. With her butt. She's going over that way to get some feed. I'm just going to let y'all look at the rain for a minute. In the barn. You can see my snowflakes out in the drive. Ugh. Oh. I got to burn my nose again already because of all that coughing. So, well, it's not on me. Man, howdy stuff. You start shaking up that plastic bag. It probably had stuff all over it, and then it fanned whatever clouses all through the room. And I'm sticking my arm in the spot that was leaking on the chair I'm sitting on. So I moved over half inch or so. Ugh. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a cigarette break time. I mean, seriously. Give my lungs a break for a minute. Then I'm going to go back in there and figure out how to tackle this. Three, four, five. It sort of requires me to juggle stuff in 5, maybe 6 rooms in order to try to find a place for this stuff. I need a command center in there. Instead of only out here on the porch, this little spot on this chair that I drag in and out. There needs to be a work area in there, and there just really isn't one. It'd be nice if there was a plug-in coffee pot too, you know? Even if it was solar generator or anything, something. Where I could just have a cup of coffee and continue my day instead of, you know, when it's really cold in the morning, that it's like 2 hours to go get a cup of coffee and come back. And seriously. But of course I get gas too. But it's ridiculous. And then, you know, if I want another meal, it's another 2 hours. Unless I want to eat 5 to 10 peanut butter Ritz crackers for a meal. That's not, you can't function like that. That's how I got off the blood, out of the high blood pressure situation though. It wasn't the best choice, but it was the only one that was working that I had access to. I could no longer eat lunch meat, so the cooler was out. I quit buying ice. It was pointless to buy ice at that point. I pretty much went off the steroid inhaler and survived on Ritz crackers and just peanut butter until I got well. That meant no dairy, no nothing. I mean, every time I'd add a food in, my blood pressure would go through the roof again. So then I just stayed with the peanut butter crackers because it was like everything was going away and I was starting to sleep, and I began breathing really well too as soon as I wasn't using the inhalers and as soon as I stayed out of the city in the daytime. I will stay out of Newport in the day. Stay with my others. City traffic is just way too much for me. So I really couldn't live there. They couldn't put me in a nursing home in the city or a housing project in the city or an apartment anywhere. I would just get sicker and sicker. Until I ceased to walk the earth. So, I never told anybody, but one time, when I was homeless, I had this dream, or a vision, or whatever you want to call it. But I was asleep, and I woke up, and I was amazed because I saw God, and He offered me a cup of wine. And I was scared too, because, you know, I didn't know if it was good or bad, you know. And I don't know, you know. Told me to call Him itchy. Well, heard that before in the Bible. Knew that was in Hosea. I think it's around 2:17. And that day you should call me itchy, and more so you call me Bali. Which basically meant like calling Him one true husband and not multiple husbands, how people go relationship to relationship. And He told me to call Him itchy. And He called me a kotai, tamati. A kotai, I'd never heard these Hebrew words, just want you to know that. And He told me at the end, He told me 4 names. And He told me at the end that He wouldn't see me again until the Day of Atonement. And, I didn't know what that was. Seriously, no idea. It took me 9 years of biblical research to get a better understanding of what that dream was. And I didn't share it with people because I didn't want anybody falsely interpreting it. And I still don't share it with people, and I've still not shared it with you. Not the details of it at all, and I don't intend to. But a kotai turns out to mean my sister. And in Hebrew, it meant adopting your wife. as after she was your wife, so that you could never divorce her. You could never put her away, ever. They made you a permanent wife. I'm kind of, and one of the names meant my perfect one. One meant faithful. I can't remember. One was like my dove. So it's kind of hard to dream a dream like that in a foreign language that you've never been exposed to. You can't dream foreign words. You can't dream a foreign language you've never heard. Ever. No exposure whatsoever. So that's one thing to say that I didn't make it up. My mind didn't make it up. My mind could not have made something up in a language I'd never heard. About things that I'd never heard about. So, that, because I can guarantee you, I looked at every way that might have not been real, I was like, I knew I wasn't sick, wasn't running a fever, wasn't hallucinating, I was sleeping outside and it was cold, and I was actually in Chattanooga when it happened. But enough about that, we'll just move on. But it was a very strange thing to have happened. But there is a connotation. You can actually somewhat see plants grow and almost hear them. And it says in Hosea 2:17 somewhere, in there, that she'll be able to hear the corn grow. I always thought that was a metaphor. But I'm not so sure. Because I sit out here and I hear these different plants and things moving and doing things. And when the wind goes through the trees, it sounds like an ocean. And I'm starting to wonder if I've been blessed enough that at some point I'm going to actually be able to hear the corn grow. What a beautiful thing that would be. And I am choking out teary. You can probably hear it in my voice. It's a teary thing. It's very emotional. The dream was probably in 2006. That's how long ago that was. 18 years, I guess. 18 years? No. 16 years ago. 16 years ago? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. 15? You do the math. I'm not up to math right now. I'm exposed to the weather, I'm overtired, and I'm doing a lot of stressy things. And I'm pretty calm for all the stressy things I'm dealing with and all the medical problems I might be having. The heart, brain, whatever. The hypothermia and stuff. So it's pretty peaceful in the rain. I can hear the rain, and it sometimes coming, and it's not raining yet for like another 10-15 minutes, but I can hear it. I can hear it coming. It's wild how sound carries out here. It's pretty cool, really.